Hey! Remember to guard your privacy and abide by our community guidelines. Like I know what that is. Back. So, got the hay feeder back in the yard here. Let's go look at these bulls real quick. Damn dogs. But let's see here. There we go. There's a haystack. We got quite a few to pick from here at the bull. Jack's not over here. Clifford is though. So this is the bull that I was talking about, the red one. I'm excited to see what he does. So this is a sits bull. He's the same age as Clifford. There's a famous bull. His name is Bub's Southern Charm. That's that bull's daddy. There's Youngblood. And then there's the Cliff dog right there. Just doing his thing. Climb in here. Hey, Clifford. Rufus might be more popular, but I like you more. You don't have to be a dick. He just wants to eat in peace today. Youngblood, you're not into getting scratches, but foot looks really good. It's in the shit right now, but yeah, he's getting around just fine. See, all these bulls are suffering from the same thing. See how he's got some bald spots there. He's been rubbing. He's just a little itchy. So we treat him in the fall, like early fall, and then we'll treat him again about this time of year. So when we get all those other cows treated, we're gonna treat these guys too. So they look a little patchy, but yeah, Youngblood looks good. Like I said, I'm excited to see what this bull does. So let's go for a walk. Let's go, hi Kimberly, yes you did find me. So let's go look at these baby bulls. These are the bulls, or these are calves that you saw get born in that barn last year. It's got a little bit of a hike to them. Will I move the feeder? Yeah, but not right now. The thing is these bulls are gonna move out anyway. They're gonna go to where these other bulls are, I'll show you. But we gotta add Willie and the cleanup bull that's down below. We gotta add them to the bullpen, so we're gonna keep them in that big pen so they can fight and get it over with. Get everybody figured out, get the pecking order done, and then we'll move them. So that's coming this week too. All this stuff is in preparation for calving. So where the bulls are now, it's where you're gonna see every jack baby. All the second calvers are gonna go in that pen because they should calve first. So that and the heifers. We gave Jack and Willie a crack at them a week or two earlier than everybody else. So let's see here. Flip you around. Okay, so here's these baby bulls. And they're growing really good. Really, really happy with them. 11K. Tom, get out of there. So these are just under a year old. But my two best ones are back there. But guess what? They'll all come for breakfast. So this is I did a video about this. This is just a bull mix, a developer mix. We're not trying to grain them. Tom, you get out of there. We're not trying to get them really fat. We just want to give them the tools to grow. So, has some chelated minerals in it. That's what it looks like. So I'll set you up and we can do a deal. You can get a look. Any advice if we want to jump into the ranching scene? Find good mentors. That's the number one thing. Start working for somebody. Probably in the wind. That might be better. But find somebody that is willing to help you along. Obviously, I have Kent, but also I've made a bunch more, like Dark Ice, who's kind of helped me with the South Devons. I got a guy, Chris Schutze. If you guys saw my stuff from CattleCon, I got to see him here. He's been to this farm a couple different times, trying to just help me out and make healthier cows and calves. So, but a lot of the way you get into it is just unconventional. Like, you just don't go to the bank and buy a patch of land and a bunch of cows. Like, start small and work your way into it. I have a different job, like a lot of others do, which isn't a bad thing. I'm a water master, and so that's the thing, is it's really unconventional. Like, you have to be unconventional to get going. And just realize that Rome wasn't built in the day. So, see, all these bulls are here for breakfast now. They're all coming up, they know. So, I'm gonna get them some breakfast really quick, and then we'll look at them. Hey, you two, Tom, Jerry, get out. I don't want you to be a cow dog right now. So these bulls are getting a full bucket, which might sound like a lot, but in all reality, it's only like 5 or 6 pounds per animal per day. And they're just on grass hay. So here's all these boys. 210J, that's the one that's got the red one that's got a limp. That's her son. 10K, that's Mona. That's her kid. He looked really good too. And then 11K is really, I'm happy with him too. It's hard to tell because they're all they're all bunched together in the feed bunk, but looking for kind of a wide chest. You want them a little bit of pot belly, or what they'd call a deep girth. And the big thing that I like is I like a nice ass on them. So stay there. Like, see how he's wide? He's wider than that one. That one's wide. Yeah, I think I like that one the most so far. Time will tell and things can change, but I think he's kind of leading the pack. And that's 51K. So yeah, let's walk through. I'll show you kind of what we're anticipating as far as heifers. I don't have a whole lot of heifers to calve this spring. Actually, not a whole hell of a lot by any means, but let's have a look here. We're gonna have our first Clifford daughters calve. That red one right there, that's a Clifford daughter. So that's Coffee, that trouble cow, the one that causes trouble. That's her daughter, and Clifford is her daddy. There's Striper. When she gets to be in the barn, I'm gonna do a video. Creed raised her as a calf, and she always had a mom, but she loved Creed. That green tagged one back there, she was a fall calver, didn't catch, so we rolled her in the spring. She got bred. So there's Squints's mom, if you guys remember Squints. She's a Bell granddaughter too. And then here's some of the daughters you saw get born last year in the barn. So there's 22K, there's 5K, couple more red tags back there. These are all falls. This cow right here, she was marked a maybe open, so we turned her in with Willie. But when we preg check everything on Tuesday, she will get preg checked. And the way she's looking right now, I think she's bred. I think you're going to see her shift pens, and she'll have a baby this spring. The more that I'm looking at her, I think she's carrying a calf. There's Creed's. There's a Creed calf right there. Hey, Tom and Jerry. There's Willie boy. That's a South Devon, but his daddy is a Red Angus bull that's really famous. 9 Mile Franchise is what they call him. That's Bingo. That's another Clifford daughter. Rolled into the fall herd this year. And then, yeah, that's kind of all we got. It's going to be pretty easy calving heifers, I think, this year. Don't really have a whole lot. But we will calve them in the barn, even if it is good weather. And it's just the fact that we want to train all these calves, all these heifers, that the barn is a good place and a place to be. So if we ever have a problem, they never don't want to go in the barn. Cows will remember places and things. And so we want to train it, make it a positive experience. And it's funny. So this one right here, this is Coffee's daughter, Bingo. So when Bingo was born, she was born in the really bad snow year. And she hates Tom. But we were calving out here in the Great White North. And we were messing around in this pen. Me and Kent and I guess. Kent and I were out in this pen, and all of a sudden, Claire, Creed's cow that's a green tag #1 that we collected, she comes all by herself walking up here, and for some reason, she didn't look like she was ready to calve, at least not to me anyway. She looked close, but not super close. But she came up and wanted to go in the barn, which is just, I'm not tall enough. But she wanted to go in the barn. And we're like, well, it's a bad enough winter. We don't want to sacrifice anything. Like, who knows? She knows more than us if she's going to calve or not. And so we decided to stick her in the barn as kind of an insurance deal to make sure that Creed's calf survived. She calved 12 hours later. So, but she has a positive experience. You know, that cow, Claire, she likes to calve in the barn. That's where she had her first baby. Really good experience in there, and she knew that was where she needed to have her calf. And it's funny that people don't write cattle. They write them off as animals that aren't smart. And I I'm 100% against that. I think cows have their own personalities, their own quirks, just like people, and they have their own memory. So that's part of the deal. So yeah, I'm still on TikTok. But I was naughty. TikTok said I can't drive the tractor during live, and so they bumped me. Usually they bump me for like 15 minutes. They bumped me an hour or a whole day today, 24-hour ban on going live. So on the naughty list, I decided, you know what, we'll try YouTube. The biggest thing about YouTube is you get to replay the lives, and so we're gonna go live for calving on YouTube, and that's for the fact of you get a lot of messages of people asking me what the hell happened, and you know, they missed a night or they came in late. They're going to be able to watch everything through on their own time, and they're not going to be able to, you know, you can make it fit for you. So you know, if we go, say we go live at 2 o'clock in the morning, I got to pull one, and it's a wild and crazy night, you can watch that back. So I'm super excited about it. So let's see here. Should we walk in the barn? So there's my Starlink. I just got to get it up on that roof. I got to get Kent to put me on the tractor forks, lift me up there. There's my cell phone booster. But we're going to have Starlink in the barn. So there's my damn cat. I don't know where the cat came from. She just showed up one day and we all love her. So that's where she's at. But the calving barn is all set up. Can you guys see me okay? Am I glitching out any? Yeah, I will let everybody know. So just fine. Perfect. Maybe that's another added benefit from going to that. So, you know, maybe YouTube's a little better. I don't know. One thing though, let me grab an extension cord so I can plug you in, and then we can talk for a minute. So, trying to get you in here. Sawyer, what are you doing, pal? I'm on YouTube Live for the very first time. I'm popping my cherry. And look, like, we're almost ready to calve cows. So, see, and that's the other thing, Mary, is I had a lot of people reach out that they watched every night, almost like a redneck soap opera. And so, and plus my kids, my wife can turn it on the TV and walk away from it and let the kids watch me on YouTube. And that's the whole reason. That's the funny thing is I never like went live to like build a following or do anything like that. I went live so that way I could, one, share my story, but two, during calving season, I'm not home. I'm here. And so it's a good way for, like, even though my kids don't have dad around, they know what dad's doing. And they can kind of go through and see what's going on, and they can ask relevant questions and see what's happening in real time instead of, you know, because there's things that happen. When you start calving a lot, you don't know what the hell's happening. You're just trying to stay alive and keep swimming. And so sometimes you forget to tell things to your kids. And so they can ask questions about what they see on live and that thing. So, but yeah, so anyway, this is this is what we got. Sawyer's crying after taxes. Sawyer, I want to know, are you going to make a cameo appearance during calving season this year, or are you not going to? Because that would be really cool if you did, if you found some time. I want to kind of do a couple cameo appearances. I think Caitlin with KSX might do a cameo appearance. I tried to get the Idaho Beef Council to do it too, but I'm a little rough around the edges for them, which is totally fine. I understand. But let's walk through the barn. I don't really do this a whole lot because, I don't know. I just don't. You guys get to see it. It looks a lot bigger on camera than it is in person. So we have 12-foot panels. All these stalls are 12 foot by 12 foot, and there's 6 of them, plus the maternity pen, which you can see right there. That's my nice coat I got off the TikTok shop, and then the cat peed on it. I don't know if I can wash it, so there you go. I don't know why all my stuff gets peed on, but it is. It's a trend. My cot gets peed on. My damn coat gets peed on. I swear to God, whatever. Some people say you'd rather be pissed off than pissed on. Well, I'm pissed on all the time. So, yeah, part 2, the intern returns. Anyway, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4 times 12. That's 48. I want to say this barn is 60 by 36, I think, ish. The thing about it, though, is I talk about how we could, like, it's a lot bigger in person, or a lot bigger in camera than in person. I can still fit on a bad day. I could go 2 to a pen. That automatically puts me at like 12, plus like in the alley during a bad storm. So I can put 15, 16 cows in here if I absolutely have to. I don't like to do that, but I can. So we got everything staged. These are all panels that Kent has calved in, not his whole life, but for the last 30 years. These are heavier than hell. They're Powder Rivers. Back in the old days, they made stuff to really last. And I think they still do. We run Powder River gates and stuff. They're awesome. But yes, this was kind of Kent's calving setup when we were in Utah, but not quite. But he used these same pins. So we just reconfigured them a little different and put them under a heated barn roof. So yes, so I can put 2-3 cows in this alley. Hopefully with us going calving a little later in the year and the way that the winter is kind of shaping up, it's a little, even though there's a lot of snow on the ground right now, it was bare dirt 2 days ago. So thinking a little bit more mild winter, if we dry out, I don't see a whole lot of problems where we'd have to pull calves in here. But like I said, it's here in case we need it, and the heifers will calve in here. The only way they would calve outside is if they have it during daylight hours. But, or if it's muddy or nasty, then heifers go on lockdown in here. But we want to make everything a good experience. The heifers, they'll, here in the next 3 weeks, we'll start putting heifers in the barn, training them, getting them ready to rock and roll. So where did the cot come from? Amazon, I think. Oh, the cat? Sorry, I read that wrong, Donna. So the cat just magically showed up one day, and she was skin and bones, and I think somebody dropped her off. She loves it, and we've kind of felt bad for her. We've put her in the barn, and which is good. It's really helped the mouse issue. And so anyway, we just kind of kept her in the barn, and she's just turned into the barn cat. So yeah, mud season will return eventually, but hopefully we dodge a little bit of it. So, or what, am I going to get the auto system from Molly? You never know. Kent has been looking at it for a long time, and the more videos I talk about it, Like I'll shoot a video, like I went to CattleCon and talked about it. Kent, like that's all he could talk about is, man, we need one of them turret gates. I'm like, Kent, you know, we could do, I would rather spend the money on heifers right now. But yeah, Popcorn Kitty has no tail. Yes. So it'll be interesting to see how Popcorn Kitty handles cows in the barn, because right now she's the queen of the barn. And she's loving it now that I got the barn turned up to 69 degrees. It's nice and warm in here. And I guess I could probably, I don't know if this is against guidelines, but this is the hoodie I wore today. I'm a big fan of Are You Hungry? Felt bad for you last mud season. Yeah, northern Maine, you guys are wet. I love hunting moose just on the other side of the border, New Brunswick. I went there the last 2 years. I love that country over there. It's beautiful, and you guys have fantastic lobster. But anyway, yeah. Oh, Lindsay has her own YouTube. Wow. Okay, so you live on the New Brunswick border. I was just out here in Machie. The one thing though is I don't know if you have Tim Hortons. You have to go across the line, right? But anyway, back to the calving barn. We don't have to worry about a shitty garage door this year. We have a hand pull on there, and it will probably never go back. So don't have to worry about barn door malfunctions this year. One thing for this year, we're going to put a post. We always have some floating panels right here to kind of panel this off from the cows, because we have straw and grain and hay that's all stashed back in here. We have a little bit of hay, not a whole lot. There's the hay. Lime, just basic barn supplies, and Creed's basketball hoop. But we're going to put a post right here at the corner of the shack, the calving shack, and we'll have 2 swinging gates. That's what Kent really wants to get done this next week. So, yeah, we're super excited for calving season to start. So, there's my 10-year curse, and we almost got the calving barn or the calving room ready to go. I still need to organize the desk and stuff, but I've swept the floor. There's all the trash I've got. Going through all sorts of just kind of what we need, what's necessary in a calving barn. So, will Tom go home with you or stay in the barn during calving season? He'll stay with me wherever I'm at. He'll be. I don't want to keep Tom in the barn because I don't want him putting stress on cows when they're in the barn. I want a good experience for cows in the barn. And so Jerry lives with Kent. Tom lives with me. But if I'm out here staying, then Tom will be sleeping on my sleeping bag, I'm sure. Where's the Arnold Palmer storage area? Right here. And I don't know if Kent's trying to send me a subliminal message, you know, a message under the rug, but they already have it all stashed. So this is a calving fridge. Who the fuck drinks Coke Zero around here? Anyway, they got all sorts of soda, but yeah, beverages are gonna happen. This right here is what we give. This is one thing, especially with a smaller crowd like this. I don't mind telling you about what I use on things. I'm not too worried about it. But this is a live virus that needs to be refrigerated. But what this does is it cuts down on pneumonia. So you mix it up with a little bit of fluid. There's 2 parts to it. You mix it up, and then you have to put it up their nose. You squirt it up their nose, and it helps their respiratory. we see a lot of problems in respiratory issues when we have big temperature swings. So if we go to 50 degrees and then to -10, big swings like that will really put a hurting on calves. So yeah, Aroostook County, Maine. Your grandson could be my guide. I need a tag. Maine is very, very expensive. Unless you can get a tag. Unless you draw one, I guess. But yeah, that's why I like going to New Brunswick. It's like hunting Maine, but it's the other side of the border. So, but anyway, so this is a little blurry. Come on. Okay. So the, yeah, this is, we're kind of getting in the mood and getting ready to go. And like I said, next week's going to look a whole lot like calving season. Everybody's going to come in off the pasture, get sorted into their calving pens, and we'll be ready to rock and roll. So super, super, super exciting. So $700 isn't expensive. I know it's not expensive, but to get the $700 tag, you have to go through a lottery in Maine, and good luck trying to draw. But yeah, that's the scoop. So if anybody has any questions, let me know. And yeah, thank you guys for joining me on here. I think this is a very positive experience too. So yeah, thank you guys for tuning in and kind of getting a closer look. So do I ever hunt in Colorado? I've hunted geese there a couple times. I don't have any points in Colorado though. I have too much to hunt in Idaho and Utah. I hunt Utah a little bit. That's where I'm from. So anyway, what's up, Kelly? How are you? The Hen House, thanks for watching. Good to see you guys. And yeah. Did I like the Maui deer? Yeah, no, that was a really, really cool experience. I'm not going back this year. Like it was a great experience. I loved it. It was very different, and we're getting ready to actually go hunting in. I'm going on another hunting trip. It will be in 2 weeks. So that's like one of the other reasons why we push calving back. I've had this trip planned for 2 years with my dad. Super, super excited to go. Not excited to go feel the heat. It's supposed to be 90 degrees. But yeah, you guys will know when I get there, and more importantly, when I get back. So I've been trying to go on a diet, but it's not working out very good. Trying to get in shape. But yeah, we'll be ready to rock and roll. So yeah, Carrie's good to see you guys. And but yeah, get ready. This is going to be the new home of calving season. And I hope that we can end up building this to where it's as good as TikTok was or is or whatever. I think it's honestly it's going to be a lot better experience, but old habits die hard. So Texas gave you a taste of the heat, so get ready. Yeah, I know. Is it a secret where I'm going hunting? Maybe. I'll tell you on the Discord. But super, super excited. And I'll bring you guys along. So it's shit that you can't really post a lot of hunting content on TikTok. And so we'll kind of keep it over there. But like Instagram, I plan on kind of doing a step-by-step or a play-by-play as it goes. So we're super excited to go. Yeah, so I like this better too. So super, super excited. Really appreciate the YouTube videos. Full-blown calving in central Idaho. It's been rough. Ryan, you're probably getting your ass kicked with this storm system moving through. Good luck, man. Thinking of you guys, and yeah, Just try and keep them on their feet. I know you know that, but yeah. And the hard part is next year it could be 65 degrees and bare dirt. That's the tricky thing. So, yeah, good luck, Ryan. You need it. So, Travis, you don't need to hire me. Let's just go. But yeah, no, I'm really excited that we're not freezing up. This should be a lot better quality, and before you know it, there'll be some moaning, groaning cow, and I'll be back here jacking a calf out of her. I know that doesn't sound very nice, but it's the truth. You know, pulling and all that whole thing. So, yeah, I could go over some things, but I kind of want to save it. I want to save it till we're a little closer. But the calving barn's set up, and we will. I'm gonna hop off. I gotta plow a bunch of snow. As you know, I thought it would snow a little more here last night. Gonna make it a little easier around the feed yard. I'll get the hay loaded and do that whole thing. So anyway, thank you guys. I appreciate you coming and seeing what this is all about. And what a great test run. Thank you so much for being here. So enjoy. Have a great day and a good weekend. All right? See y'all later.